Angels don't lie. Happy Tuesday. How are you all? Welcome. So happy to be here on another beautiful fall day. Today the colors in the sky here in the Northeast were incredible. The trees, the leaves are changing, and the sun was just so nice and warm, and it was a blessing. So I have a great show. I mean, I always say that, right? But I really do. I'm really excited, and I want to first reach out to our listeners that maybe have been on the fence about calling in, because it is a little bit nerve-wracking, I think, to put yourself out there and make that phone call. And it seems like it's a safe thing to do, to stay in that fear. So what I want to offer you is, for first-time callers, I'm going to offer you a free gift. I'm going to mail you something to your home and give you a little bit of love to support you on your healing journey, on your life journey. So tonight the number to call is 646-891-5252. It really is the number to call every week, guys. But that's the number to call and connect, and I can connect you with your loved ones on the other side. I can connect you with divine angelic guidance, that Holy Spirit energy, whatever it is that your soul is in need of, that's what we're going to work on tonight. So also, I mean, there's so much going on we just came out of full moon energy, and now we're entering into a brand new month. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. And then we'll hit, tomorrow's Halloween, and it'll also be the eve of All Saints Day. And All Saints Day is on November 1st. So I have an announcement for that. We're going to talk a little bit about the energy of anger, hate, that frustration, that feeling that we are sensing pretty much everywhere. We're seeing, these horrendous crimes happening around the world. We're seeing people bullying each other. We're witnessing bad behavior pretty much everywhere, and we're making excuses for it. So I'm gonna offer up a solution, something that we can actually be empowered to do, and I'm pretty excited about it. I also have a special guest who I'm really excited to introduce you to, and to let you know some other things I have going on with life. But first, let's say hi to Casey. How are you doing over there, Mr. Johansson?
I'm doing awesome over here.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Things are going well for you?
Yeah, I'm getting all ready to go out and do some babysitting with the grandchild, so.
That's right. You said you're going to be traveling.
Yep.
Which is good.
Heading out to Nebraska.
Right. Nebraska. I thought it was Iowa, but you're in Nebraska.
I got a lot of Iowa. Most of my family lives in Iowa, but my grandson and my daughter live in Omaha, so. But I'll be spending time in both.
Okay. So that's where you're going to be going.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I think that's good. How long of a drive is you drive out there, right?
Yeah, 20 hours.
And you don't. I'm laughing. Ha ha ha. And you don't fly.
Well, one of the reasons I don't fly is I bring all my radio gear with, and then I also bring all my shake stuff. So I have a box full of all my vitamin stuff, my powders and everything. So I bring all that and all my radio stuff. It'd be hard for me to fly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the radio stuff is a lot. I mean, when we do the live at the studio, it always amazes me how much prep there is to get that show ready.
Yep.
It's incredible. So yeah, you having to lug all that is a big deal. But I didn't even think you were taking your shake stuff. I am so proud of you.
Yeah, I always pack it up.
Wow. Good. Oh, I wanted to also share really quick. I reached out on the Facebook asking for prayers for my nephew earlier in the week. And I want to first thank everyone for the outpouring of love and prayers and compassion that you have sent to my nephew, Garrett. So Garrett is married to my niece, who's our goddaughter, my husband, Brian, and I. She's our goddaughter, Brian's oldest sister's daughter. So she had met this German boy in high school. She actually was visiting a foreign exchange student that my sister-in-law had at their house. So she went to Germany, and she ended up meeting him, lo and behold, in a bar, because you can go into bars when you're a kid there. So she was just a teenager. I think she was 14 years old. And they fell in love. So they had this long-distance relationship for a few years. And they ended up getting engaged right as she was graduating high school, or right afterwards. So they actually got married, and we hosted the wedding at our house in our yard. So they are near and dear to us. And Garrett had fallen. Their plan was to reconstruct a barn on the property that they live at and make a new home in the barn. So they had to measure some beams. So he fell, I think it's probably like between 10 to 15 feet from the upper floor down. And he ended up crushing a bone in his face, broke 2 arms, they're more than one place. So right now he just had surgery this morning, and I know that there's some steel rods coming out of his arms. I don't know how many breaks. I just know he's been unable to move. He also twisted his ankle earlier in that week, but I think that ankle might be broken and a toe is broken. So he's had some really serious. So our prayers are needed for their recovery. They're a young couple. They have four children, and he's a police officer. I don't know how life will look for them after this. I don't know if his arms will be able to do the work he used to do, if the bones are going to have to be fused together or not. If you keep them in your prayers, I would be extremely grateful. And the other thing I wanted to share really quick was a beautiful card. That was something I had done earlier today with my friend Lena, who works at the studio with me. And so this card is from my Mother Mary deck at work, and the card is Our Lady of Creative Choice. So this is for you guys. You have my power within you, and you are freed beyond wildest imagination. Do you know that you are a slave to no thing and to no one? You are a divine being. With the power of creative choice, you can create worlds, my beloved. Even the smallest choice contains great creative power. Do not cast your power aside, my child. Choose to trust me, to live with an open, vulnerable heart, and let my grace flood through your rapturous waves of light. Choose wisely, creatively, and well. Yet do not fear your power. For the best choice you can make is to learn from all of your experiences. I will guide you to use your power to create healing difference in your life now. You have at your disposal the power of heaven, and I will guide you to use it well. Again, this is from the Mother Mary beautiful deck, oracle card deck that I have at the studio. And we're going to be talking about the Holy Mother tonight. And I'm going to share an experience that we're going to share in together. But I believe we have a caller on hold, right, Casey?
Yeah, we actually have 2. So let's get her going.
All right.
Here we
go. See
go.
who we have. Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Jeannie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Who's this?
Pretty good. This is Renella.
Hi. How are you?
A couple of weeks ago.
Hi, Renella. Renella, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How can I help you tonight, love?
You told me to work on some things, which I had, and I don't think anybody came forward the last time I spoke with you, and I was in hopes that maybe someone would come forward today.
Sure. I'm so sorry. Can you refresh my memory, Ronella? I don't have my notes in front of me about our call, and I don't remember what I asked you to work on.
You asked me to work on my self-love. I'm always basically giving and never really doing anything for myself, and for me to, eat better and basically do better things for myself in general.
Right.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell me who you were looking to connect with.
I was hoping to connect with my father. That's what I was trying to meditate on earlier today.
And the words I keep, this may make sense to you, the words I keep hearing is a constructive criticism. Do you understand that? And I actually wrote it down. So I don't know about what the criticism is. Is it something that he normally did in life, but he thought he was being constructive, or is it, it's all around that constructive criticism. Do you understand?
There was a lot of criticism, but I don't believe he realized it wasn't constructive.
Right. So that's his way of coming through. First thing, to stand in it, and that's what he's giving you. So first off, that's like an apology. That's a little bit of love that's meant to support you, first off. And it's funny because he was careful coming through at first. Like, he wanted to give me those words before he actually stood up and came in. Almost as his way of like, I want to say the word shame, but I feel like that might be too strong of a word. Just more of embarrassed is how I feel. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So that's how he says, like, and your dad is a really fast talker, so he's carrying on. Do you understand? Yeah, he's got got a whole lot to say. And he's a pretty happy kind of guy. He's giving me his personality, so I can give you that first.
Yeah, he was.
And I feel like, even though I feel like your relationship was good, he said, I really know I could have done better. I could have been better, and I know that now. He says that's what he is working on. And he said that's why you don't really have the self-love that I was asking you to do. It's something that you're not used to doing. He said it's something that you have to be taught to do. So he's reflecting on that for me, like how you can begin to break down those walls of things that you heard as a child to maybe unlearn them. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It's just a way he wants to support you. And he says, and here's the other funny thing, this isn't anything I would have done in life. Even, mediums, religion, any of it. It wasn't really my thing.
Right.
Not my thing, not my bag, So he's pretty funny on that. He's showing me like this bag. I want to say it looks like a rifle bag. Do you understand that?
A rifle bag, yeah. He and I used to go hunting sometimes.
He's giving me that so you know that it's him without any doubt. It says confirmation for you.
Wow.
So self-love is really freaking hard when we've been taught. When we have been taught, and listen, this wasn't a vicious thing. Our parents, or our loved ones, or our teachers, or elders, they don't set out to mess us up. I want to swear, I'm being really careful. They don't set out on that. Like,
it's okay.
I know, I have your permission. I'm just so worried because I normally haven't been swearing on the show, and now, they said, go ahead and swear, but.
It's probably my dad.
It could be. I'll blame it on your dad that I'm having trailer mouth. Yeah, so they don't ever set out to us up. But what ends up happening is we take one statement, and it sticks in us like glue, and it won't go away. So we have to learn to undo that statement. And I don't know what your statement is, but we have to work on that. We have to uncover it. So that's where the healing is going to come. That's the work that I want you to start doing. So I talk about this in my book about breaking down the steps of quieting our mind, right? It's the first step because we can't get there if we're chattery, if our mind is going all the time. And then we work on self-love. So I'm actually, it's so perfect timing. Of course, the angels are bringing me right here. I'm starting a book club. It's a spiritual book club, and I'm going to take you on a journey through each chapter of the book, and we're going to do this work together. I'm going to take you on meditations. I'm going to give you journal prompts. I'm going to answer your questions, and it's going to be a really beautiful experience. We're going to meet once a month, so you have time in between to do some work, to engage it, to put it aside, and maybe revisit it later, but we'll have enough time to spend on each chapter to really make a difference in our own life. So there's some information on my website, and I'll be sending some information out in the next email as well, okay?
Okay, did my dad show you anything else or tell you to tell me anything or?
Well, he was bringing me to like the book club. That was where I was going with that. So I feel like the next phase for you is like kind of going through those steps. And then he kind of like bowed out. He's like, Elvis has left the building. That's what he says. He's really like, that's your dad.
Yeah. Funny.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, and I have somebody else on hold, so I'm not kicking you off, but thank you, love.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye now. Casey, how you doing over there?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, where's KJ? Is she crying?
Probably.
She always cries.
I felt that was a pretty emotional call too, so.
I know, but it was so, for me, because I'm feeling his personality, it wasn't getting emotional. It was getting like I was laughing because it felt really,
I could feel that.
Like overjoyed to do. Yeah. All right, let's go to that next caller because I feel bad they've been on hold all the time.
All right, here we go.
Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. It's Celeste.
Oh, hi. Yay, Celeste, everybody.
Hello.
Celeste, I'm so happy. Thank you. Celeste is my guest speaker. My guest on the show tonight. I'm all jammed up here, Celeste. And I'm really excited that you could call in and that we can have a conversation tonight. Thank you so much, honey.
Thank you. That was a great reading, too.
Really beautiful, right?
Yes, I love listening to your readings.
Thank you. So I had said a little intro earlier about you calling in and how we're connected, and I wanted you to share your story. We had a beautiful conversation on the phone about your journey to creating love everywhere. And I really think our audience needs to be able to reach out and see what you have to offer, because there's not enough love going on in the world today. So I'm going to turn it over and let you tell your story, if you don't mind.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of tricky because I'm not really sure where to start, but I can start by saying Love Everywhere is an interactive platform that I've created and it's on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, but it's interactive in that we have a monthly contest, and people send in photos that they've taken of spontaneous hearts that they find in nature and just in life. And it was kind of funny, Jeannie, because I was looking over the website, and you won last year, I think for November. You sent
Isn't
in
that funny?
I know. It was a cool picture of a tree with a heart cut out into it. But so I don't know really where you want me to start, but I can kind of tell you where Love Everywhere started. My son was in Maryland at school, at college. I was in New Jersey, and he called me on March 16th, 2012. And it was really a cool time because that was the anniversary date that his dad and I got married. We were separated since 2006, but we still worked together on raising our kids, and we have a solid relationship. So, but it was kind of interesting. It was the day that he called me and he said, "Mom, I think you should put together a Facebook page of all the hearts that you find all over the world, and you should start, posting them." So at that time, I just barely knew what Facebook was, but I just agreed to it, and I did it, and I started posting a daily inspiration and with words or quotes, stuff going on in my life and things that I felt Spirit was bringing through to me that were important. And I've shared it since 2012 every single day. I haven't missed a day. And it's just been a really fun, incredible journey with many people now sending in photos from all over. Last month we had one from Hawaii win. And what you win, it's a contest where we fund it, and we split $100 between the person that won, and the way they win is get the most likes on Instagram. And they get to choose a charity of their choice that we also send $50 to. So it's been really fun and cool, and it doesn't have to be a well-known charity. I mean, we've supported ASPCA and the American Heart Association based on people's stories, but we also have supported the neighbor next door that lost their mom, that needed a college fund put together. So it's really been a beautiful, I mean, one day I'd like to get it in a book and share everyone's stories, because it's really kind of cool how, I don't remember who you supported, do you?
Yeah, I do. I was gonna say it. I had you send whatever I won, and the donation to Julia's Wings, and it's a local charity. Yes, it's a local charity here in Connecticut. Yes, and their daughter had passed away from aplastic anemia, and she was just 11, and they're just the most lovely people, and how hard to have lost a child. So, yeah, I feel like
that was so beautiful.
That charity thing is so near and dear to my heart as well, Celeste, about, paying it forward and sharing and helping others in any way that we can. And what you're doing is making such a difference.
Thank you. And then in the last year, I've started to pull together a boutique. And in the boutique, we sell energetic gifts, either like build an altar where there's Mother Mary's and there's Buddhist and different kinds of ways to kind of prompt praying and try to kind of remember that faith is the most important thing in our life. So the energetic gifts, anything that we make with the store, we also are putting towards the charities. So it's pretty exciting. We've had a good. It's
give them the website so they can go check it out.
Okay, so on Instagram, it's Love Everywhere, and it is spelled with, our website is spelled with 2 E's. So it's loveeverywhere.com and loveeverywhere.org, and it's spelled out exactly the way it sounds. It's LOVEEVERYWHERE.com. And on there you can see there's blogs, there's also all the charities that we've supported, and then a lot of photos. So some of the photos are just so beautiful and magical, and it's really been a great journey. You should make a card deck from all the photos. Yeah, I have a lot of books that were done, but yeah, a card deck would be cool.
Yeah, love it, because you have all your positive quotes that you share and everything too.
Yeah, so it's really great. It's really about listening to the voice and the reason of spirit and kind of infusing that into our daily life. And when I spoke to you the other day, it was perfect the way you said, the way that you channel the divine or, come up with, talk to spirit is just through living. And that's what Love Everywhere is all about. It's just living every single day and recognizing the beauty.
And that's that. It is a form of gratitude. It's like you recognize where love is available to us, which is such an easy thing to fall away from. But, getting it back to that moment, like you could have very easily gone through your separation and your trials and challenges and gone away from love, but you chose to stay in love. You chose to and I think that was part of the story. Yeah, and I think that was part of the story that when we were talking that really sparked for me. And when you were talking about when you knew your heart was breaking and it was in pain, and then you started to see the hearts everywhere and pick them up, and God was reminding you the physical, He was giving you the hearts everywhere. You were seeing them, and it was a reminder your heart's okay. He's got it.
Yeah, and it's listening to grace. It's listening to grace, and it's hearing the voice of spirit, and then seeing it. In seeing it and listening, I think you align yourself with the divine. And it's really cool because I'm reading this book right now. It's from 1897. I don't even know how it really got into my house. We have a library of books because my son sells on Amazon, but there's a book I found that it has a perfect quote. And can I read it? Do you mind?
Oh, please. No, I love it.
Okay. It says, "If we will but follow this voice of intuition, it will speak ever more clearly and more plainly, until by and by it will be absolute and unerring in its guidance. The great trouble with us is that we do not listen to and do not follow this voice within our own souls, and so we become as a house divided against itself." And I just thought this was so beautiful. It's written by Ralph Waldo Trine in 1897. So it was over 100,
it's so
over
relevant.
120 years ago. Over 120 years ago, he was speaking about not being able to listen. And I feel like after all this time, we should really get it by now.
Yeah. I think that's such a powerful thing, that this isn't something new, but spirituality, our connection, our openness is what's needed. That's all it is. It's a choice.
Yes. Yeah. And it also, and another thing that we were talking about and touching on is that when you do stay embraced in this space, it's amazing how thrilling life is. And even though there is so much pain and there is so much drudgery and so much chaos, and there's so much chaotic energy in this world, I think the more we stay steadfast and braced in what we want to see and how we want these changes to occur in our life, then life becomes incredibly thrilling every day.
I agree. Thank you. That's beautiful. I love. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just saying. So the website really it offers inspiration and blogs, and it's great because it's interactive. I love to hear what other people have to share and the challenges that everyone goes through, because I think altogether we kind of propel and push each other towards a better place of healing.
One of the questions that you asked me the other day was like, how do I align spiritually before the show? And I thought that was an interesting question because it's more effortless for me. Like, it's a lifestyle, like you had said. How is it for you? Because you're very spiritual, and now knowing how you began and your parents' journey and how much love they instilled in you, all of you, how do you connect spiritually every day?
Well, I think the first thing is what you said, like just completely staying in a place of gratitude. And it's not perfect. It's not a perfect science, and it's not a perfect equation. But when you start your day in gratitude, whatever comes to you, you know it's a gift, even if it's painful. And we all go through pain. That's part of what our lessons are about on this earth. But that through that pain, if you can just find a reason to be grateful, I think that's what works.
And the other thing I love about Celeste is that she's doing this Love Everywhere on the side. She works full time. You have a lot of energy.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it doesn't take me a lot of time. And a lot of times I do it first thing in the morning. I try to switch it up because they say Instagram, with the algorithms and the feeds on the social media platforms, it's hard to reach everyone. But it doesn't take that long to do this. And I just feel like it's an anchor. And, it just keeps my awareness going every day. And it is about self-love. It really is, because that's where it begins. And then I could give it out. And I think that's the chain that keeps it going.
Agreed. That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for calling in and taking the time to share your story and your love everywhere with us.
Thank you so much, and we'll be talking, and I would love to interview you one day, too, because I'd love to hear more about your story.
Yes, we'll do it. We'll do
Jeannie,
this again.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Celeste. God bless, honey, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye. I
I love having great conversations with people that have that spiritual love that I have, that are willing to do that work and then are sharing it and shining it in different ways, because we're not meant to be the same. We're meant to be exactly who we are. Very powerful. Casey, you had mentioned that we had a couple callers on there. Are they still waiting? And I'm so sorry, you guys, if you're on hold.
I have one dropped off, but hopefully they'll call back, and I have one here ready to go when you're ready.
Perfect. I'm ready. I'm ready. Sorry, guys, for that. 646-891-5252. Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking to Julie. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, Julie. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's my first time calling, so I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Thank you for calling. And Casey's going to get your information afterwards, so I can send you a little gift in the mail, and thanking you and supporting you.
Oh, that would be great.
Thank you so much for calling. And how can I help you tonight?
I'm just having a hard time losing my father. I was just wondering if you could see him around me or near me.
Certainly, no problem. And your dad has recently crossed over?
He passed away in September of 17.
Yeah, so I'm feeling like recent. And where's the number 6 for you around your dad?
I was born in June.
Okay, so it's just like his way of coming through and letting me know that it's him. I asked him to give me a little confirmation. And he gives me like this really hard time breathing. I feel like labored breath. Do you understand that?
Oh, yeah, he died of lung cancer.
So it's his way of also confirming for you. And I also feel like he just looked gray is what he's showing me. But now he's like, and your dad has kind of a funny personality too. He's like jumping like, look at me here, I'm gray. And now he's like jumping into the light in heaven. But look at me now, I'm young. My skin looks great. I feel good. And he's cracking jokes. And that's how your dad is being.
Oh, yeah, he's a smarty pants.
That's exactly what he's doing. And he's just smiling from ear to ear. I'm very grateful for all the little details that you've taken care of. I feel like meals, I don't know what the meals were about, if you made meals, meal prep meals. I just feel like the details, he said, of everything that you had to do and what you had to put up with. And I do feel like he was crotchety. That's kind of what he says. So it's his way of letting you know. He takes that on, that it wasn't you, it was him because he wasn't feeling well. Not an excuse, but a way for you to know that he's saying he's sorry.
Doesn't have to apologize. That's my father. I would do anything for him.
But this is how they want to come through, in pure love. And with that, because it does leave a burden for us in some sense. So it's a way of letting that go, so you don't have to hold on to it, and knowing that he's taking that on, so you can just, be in the love.
Okay, great.
Julie, where are you calling from? I forgot to ask you that too.
Waterbury.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for calling, and I really appreciate it. And stay on, because Casey's going to take you into our little angel holding room and just get your information so I can mail you a gift.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jenny. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Casey, you got that?
I got it. Hold on one second.
Yeah. Okay.
I got her back in the queue, and now I have another caller whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's move this one up.
Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Jeannie. It's Susan.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Is this Susan Ice?
Yes, it is.
Hi.
Hi, I'm calling because yesterday's water card, you said the resurgence, and for me to call you tonight.
I'm fine.
She's fine. Good. I'm glad she's fine. Yes, I was feeling like, oh my gosh, that card was all about new relationships, and that was what your husband was showing me, like, it's time for you to move on, and he was like taking the wedding band and putting it on the dresser.
Oh, no. I just said, well, if I take it off, then that means I'm ready, but I didn't think he said it.
He said it. So there's your confirmation. Susan, that's a beautiful gift, and I want you to take that as a gift. And I know how hard that is. I can only imagine how hard that must be.
I know, 43 years. It's,
but he's saying do it, because love is available for you, and this is going to make you really shine again. And I feel like your life is going to. He's saying, I'm going to bring her the best guy, the guy that actually can afford to treat her the way she needs to be treated, because she needs to travel. She needs to be able to be loved and supported. And, I just feel like this is the big time for you.
Yeah, he'll be gone 2 years, January 1st. Yeah.
Yep, and it's time. He's saying it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
Okay. Question 2. My mom would be turning 86 tomorrow, and she's been gone almost 24 years.
Did your mom have lung cancer or lung issues as well?
Well, she was a smoker, but she died of cardiomyopathy. Yeah.
Oh, it's all around the chest, and I'm having a hard time breathing too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she only had 10% or 12% of her heart capacity.
And she's also giving me she's saying I had a really bitter personality. I just feel like that's her way of confirming it for you of who she was in life.
No, I feel like bitter at all. I wonder if that's my mother-in-law you're talking about.
I feel like this is your mom. And okay. So maybe bitter is not the right word, but it feels like she was a little edgy, maybe spicy with her words, like they would hurt once in a while. Does that make sense?
No. My dad now, yes.
Okay.
Not my mom. No, my mom never had a bad word to say about anybody. Her motto was, if you don't have anything nice to say,
I don't feel like about anybody. I just feel like
yeah, no.
Okay.
But my mother-in-law now, that's a different story.
Okay. And what did she pass of?
She had cancer, but I think eventually, the heart attack is what took her, actually, too.
Mm. And who had the raspy voice?
Raspy voice?
Yeah. A little
Female?
bit of a raspy. Yep.
If anything, it would be my mom, because she was a smoker.
Yeah, this is your mom. And so, listen, they'll just come through with little tidbits in order for us to have a healing. So it doesn't mean that she was a horrible person or any of that. It just means she's owning up to something that she had done that maybe you're holding on to in order for you to have a healing.
Oh.
That's all it is.
I know what it is. I know it because she didn't tell any of us that she had the heart condition as bad as she did.
Okay. So just
and
so you know,
she never let on. Yeah.
Right. That's just her way of giving you a little love and a little okay, here I am. Everything's good.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for calling tonight.
Thank you.
Lots of love.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Beautiful. Casey, how are you doing over there?
I'm doing great. I got the information that my little call screening thing worked great.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. So let me share a couple things for you. There's nobody on hold, right?
No, we're all set right now.
Nobody online. Okay. Again, free gift for the first-time callers. I'm going to keep that going for a little bit for the next few weeks, probably for the month of November. Let's just say that out loud. So if you call in the first time, we're going to take your name and your information, and I'm going to mail you a nice little gift. There you go. So being that November 1st is All Saints Day, and we're talking about how we can change the world, and that's a big statement, right? But how can we change that anger or that frustration and we don't all necessarily carry hate within us, but it is our actions and our day-to-day routine that we get slumpy in. We don't always show gratitude. We might join in conversations that aren't of the best outcomes. We might join into more gossip or hearsay instead of changing it with prayer. So on November 1st, in our Angels Don't Lie group and also within the Goddess University, I'm going to offer what's called a novena. And some of you might know what a novena is. and some of you don't. So I'm going to teach you what a novena is. One, it's a prayer. It's a beautiful, dedicated prayer that we say for 9 days. And the reason we have this longevity of 9 days is the connection to the Holy Spirit. And in order to have that shift and change of energy, we want to have that longevity of prayer and constant of asking what change or what we're looking for. So on Thursday, we're going to start this prayer. It's a novena to the Holy Mother, and it's called Holy Mother Mary, Undoer of Knots. It's a very beautiful novena, and so you can join us for free. Come on to the Facebook group, Angels Don't Lie. I will be doing daily posts and sharing the novena with you every single day. You want to take that journey a little step further, you can go inside of Goddess University. And if you haven't watched my Transcending Fear workshop, it's still available. This novena goes really beautiful with the Transcending Fear workshop. And what that means is we're transcending, we're healing something so we can connect with our abundance. So working with the novena to connect with our abundance, whether it's love, whether it's wealth, whether it's relationships, whether it's health, and that's what we're going to work on. Whatever that specific thing that you want to work on, we're going to change the world by changing the vibration of what we're doing every day. We're going to change it together. We're going to raise it, and we're going to show hate that love will always win. There, that's what I have to say for you. And Casey, we had a conversation before the show. You were able to watch that Transcending Fear to Abundance workshop, right?
That's correct, and now I'm working on the prompts.
So can you I feel like it's great to hear another side of it. Like for me, I created it, and of course I think it's fantastic because whenever I channel something from the divine, I feel like it's obviously beyond this world. But what was your experience?
Well, I was reflecting on my personal, like lack and how you constantly kind of get caught in that circle of lack. And the one thing I really liked was the abundance prayer. And then like you strike tones and you're talking about, well, if I had this, or if I would have went to college, or if I had, you know what I mean? You bring yourself down with the ifs. And then the thing that I've heard you talk about before was the setting an intention before you start to meditate, so you're in the proper frame of mind and connecting to the proper source. Connecting to God rather than just to, randomly in the universe. Right. And then I had one.
I think that's a really important tip.
I had one question too about the "I am that I am," because I've read that in other places, and I was wondering if you could explain the power in that statement.
So when we say I am that I am meaning God. And when we are agreeing that we are God light, we are connecting, we're saying I am God and God is in me. So I am that I am divine, I am holy, I am that light. And so that mantra is very powerful and it's very healing on many levels.
Excellent.
So a couple of things that I have coming up that I really would love to share with you guys. First, we're at the novena starting on Thursday. Come join us on Facebook inside of the Angels Don't Lie Facebook group. Then on November 10th, which is my Soulful Saturday at In Spirit, I'm going to wrap up that novena with a guided meditation, and it's going to be a really beautiful day. I actually have we're going to be doing some discounts in our spiritual boutique. There's going to be practitioners in the house that are going to be offering their healing services for you to try. Elena will be offering a beautiful program in the beginning of the day. I believe hers starts at around 11. Just a little meditation and an intro to how she works. Sue's liquid chocolate business was going to be open, so she's going to have the raw cacao there. Very healing, very spiritual raw cacao, so it's a beautiful healing food. And then I have a friend who's coming. My dear friend Susan Helbing is going to be joining us, and she's going to offer a gong bath. And what this is, she's a Kundalini teacher, And a gong bath is an energy movement. Some of you have experienced the ones I've done, and I've not been trained the way she has. Very incredible, very moving. So from 3 to 4 p.m., she's going to come and offer that. And then I'll share my meditation and end the novena between 4 to 5:30, and answer any questions. It's just a beautiful day. We've decided to take this and make this just come as you are, no price. If you'd like to bring a gift to donate to the food bank, we would be more than happy to accept that. But just come, and there will be food for sale, and it's going to be a great day. Beautiful. So I also am going to be starting, like I had said earlier, a spiritual book club. Or maybe I didn't say that. Maybe I told Casey. But anyway,
you talked with Celeste about it a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? I'm off my topic here. So that starts, I'm going to launch that on November 29th, and that's a Thursday night. So that's something you can come as you are, really casual, and I'm going to take you on that healing journey. Be very specific, because we're going to break it down one step at a time. I'll offer a meditation. We might have a healing tea depending on the night, and we'll have time for that Q&A at the end. So it's a 2-hour class. I don't want to say class. It's really, because it's a club, it's a gathering. But yeah, so first we'll go through the Goddess You, and then when we're done with that, then we'll probably, by then the new book will go out, and then we'll start with a new book. Yay. So I wanted to read this one more thing. It's a beautiful verse that I thought would be good timing for all the change that needs to happen in the world, right? Because there's a time for change is upon us. We can raise the vibration. We can be the love instead of continuing that lower energy of anger, frustration, hate, drama. So here it goes. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to uproot. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to tear down, and a time to build. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones, and time to gather them. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search, and a time to give up. A time to keep up, and a time to throw away. A time to tear, and a time to mend. A time to be silent, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time for war, and a time for peace. Ecclesiastes 3:1-8. And we all probably know this from that. There's a famous song, right? Casey?
Famous song?
Hello.
So it's not coming to me. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible with song names.
I'm not going to sing it because I'm going to get fired. A time. Is it Peter, Paul, Mary?
I don't know. I'm terrible. Like, I listen to, I-95 in the morning, and they do like 7 songs, and people guess the titles, and I never get any of them.
Yeah, hold on. I'm pulling it up. If you guys know this, call in, because I'm trying to make sure that I know it. No. I'm thinking it was.
You know what that means, don't you? You're going to have to sing it.
Yeah, right.
You're going to have to sing it, then we can maybe guess it.
Thank you, Marty. The Birds. He sang The Birds, maybe. A time to change. A time to laugh. A time. I can't do it. I'm going to get fired. I can't do it.
So I think it was the birds.
He's thinking it was the birds.
I'm sure we can get someone on Angels Don't Lie to group to let us know.
He's saying it's the birds again. Oh, actually, Sue said it. I'm right. I'm trying it now. A time to be born, a time for everything. Turn, turn, turn. That's what it is. The song's called Turn, Turn, Turn. Do you know it now?
Yes, I do know it now.
Because this song was adapted from Classices, this whole section. So it's really beautiful and very reflective of our time. It's time to come together, in love and let go of the other stuff. And how are we going to do that? Let's do it in prayer. Come join me in Angels Don't Lie on Facebook, and let's do it. Let's have this novena be that point of change in our lives, in all of our lives. Yeah. So a little thing about this, about the novena, is that our awareness is needed in recognizing that the pain no longer serves us. So whatever that is within us, that we can release it over to God. And in doing so, we are freed from the energy. We can change, we can shift. And for the times and situations in our life that seem like unbearable knots of pain and despair, when our soul is depleted, the Holy Mother Mary, undoer of knots novena, will make that incredible holy difference in our life. So that is what this is all about. The knots that are in this title of this prayer, the knots are the things in our life. They're the pains, the struggles, the relationships. They're the things that we are burdened with. And so this actually is derived off a very famous painting, this novena, which she's standing, the Holy Mother is standing, and she's actually like in between earth and heaven, and on either side of her are angels, and she's holding a ribbon in her hand, and one of the angels is holding the ribbon that has been cleared of the knots, and the other angel is passing the ribbon that has the knots in it to Mary, and she's holding us. So it's very symbolic of how the Holy Mother can hold us in those times and help us to release. But it's like anything. It's with any healing. It is our choice to either carry it, to hold it within, to think that there's nothing we can do, it is what it is, or we can take that choice of standing forward and saying, I'm ready to surrender it. It's really very beautiful. So there's a little bit more detail I share with the Goddess University members about the painting and the devotional prayer and the how-tos. So we're gonna do some of this within the Angels Don't Lie group, and I'm really excited about it. So I hope you will join us on Thursday. And I don't have a time frame, but I'll be sharing that pretty soon. On Facebook. So keep on keeping on. All right. So there you have it. Thank you, Sue and Marty, for sharing the song, because I knew I wasn't crazy. I appreciated it. And I hope you guys will come and join us for, join Sue and I for our Soulful Saturday. Come see what we have to offer over at 346. Come join me in that final end prayer as well. And I know what I know, because angels don't lie. I'll see you next week right here on the fabulous KBJB Radio. God bless everybody. See you.